What is up, Berserker Patriot Store family? You're all having a blessed night. Hope everybody's safe. I guess we're going to jump right into this because, my God, like literally every article everywhere is nothing but what's going on with the ICE situation. And I guess people started breaking stuff and they're already starting their bullshit. And clearly trying to make this a George Floyd 2.0. But wait, isn't it this George Floyd 2.0 just in time with the super flu? Holy shit. You can't make this shit up, man. But I mean, we've already gone through and debunked this over and over and over and over again. But it doesn't matter. Because these people don't care about truth. They don't care about fact. They don't care about justice. They care about communism. I mean, let's get into the fact that some of the biggest news should be this dude that stabbed the kids at the high school. They now have video that when he did this, he was licking the blood off of his fingers and smiling and going, "Mwahaha!" Like, what the fuck? We got a video about that in a minute here. Nobody's talking about that. Some top brass in China pretty much came right out and whistle blew that China's pretty fucked right now and they couldn't do shit to America right now if they wanted to. So that worked in our favor. You know, we took some more shit from fucking Venezuela today. And yeah, that's all working in our favor. But then you got this here, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, in any factual, logical standpoint, this is civil war when the federal government is literally fighting a state government. The state government's literally fighting the federal government. So, because they're not on the same page with each other, like, at all. So, we're going to go through some of the righter leaning news, and then we're going to go through some of the lefter leaning news, and we're going to see how they're both framing this right now because, I mean, it's almost like they don't understand that we can all see like 10 different videos from 10 different angles and you can slow it down and see clearly if there was no snow, that dude would have gotten run the fuck over. The wheel didn't turn until the gun was pointed. I mean, that's pretty self-evident. I would have fired too. So, okay. Border Czar Holman says officers have the right to self-defense after fatal Minneapolis incident. Okay. Right-leaning. ICE agent who shot woman in Minneapolis survived earlier car attack by illegal. Remember he was the one that got dragged down the road by the people that were also doing the same thing? Not to mention the fact that these people were literally following these ICE agents all day long, everywhere they went, throwing shit at them, throwing snowballs at them, throwing rocks at them, like in calling them out. They've been doxing them. They have hits put out on them. All of this. They have organizations that their job is to impede and block federal agents, which that would be a dissident military apparatus, in my opinion. You know, I mean, they have an organization of people that follow ICE agents. They have sign-ups. There's about to be a rally in my town. You know we're going to be there. You know we're going to be there. These fucking cowards. You know what I mean? Out here don't even know what they're protesting for. 1 minute they're pro-Palestine. Next minute they're queers for Palestine. Next minute they're pro this, pro that. It's like the moment the shift change, whatever gets the freaking clicks for them is literally what they just go to. They have no morals, no values. Communism. Communism. Thank you, brother. Thank you. New Year's Eve. Oh God, it is 2026, isn't it? Fuck. It's gonna be crazy. It's already crazy. We're not even fucking 12 days in to the new year. And all of this shit has happened already. And if you're not watching what's going on in all of the cities right now, like all of the Democrat politicians are literally declaring war against us. Like, it's not the right people to declare war with. It's not the right people to say you're going to send people with guns after, especially when, I mean, come on, bro. Y'all don't even hunt in your states. Y'all don't do shit. You shoot each other when you go to rallies and catch each other on fucking fire. Let's get realistic about it. You ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing. Because the moment they start shooting, holy fuck. You people sure do turn into big old fat pussies that quick, don't you? Just that quick. But GOP lawmaker calls for Trump admin to review Washington welfare programs for more fraud. Agitators followed and harassed blocked officers all day in Minnesota ahead of shooting. The vice president's coming out talking shit. So everyone in the Republican Party is talking shit about the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is talking shit about the Republican Party. The Democrats are saying they will activate their National Guard to fight federal agents. The Democrats are telling people to get in the streets and physically conflict with federal agents. So, Civil War? I mean, before it was just two factions of citizens fighting each other. This is actual law enforcement apparatuses that are at odds with each other. But the thing about it is we haven't heard anyone in the National Guard come out and say, oh yeah, by the way, old Tampon Timmy over here, that's who the fuck we're going to go fight for. I get it. These people live in these areas. They have family in these areas. Absolutely. Even in 1776, people fought where their families were. 100%. I get that. But I highly doubt that, So while this is going on, 54 violent transnational gang member affiliates were arrested in New York City in Operation Salvo. While all this is going on, Hochul is now backing Mondani, and I don't see this as a bad thing. Okay? I don't like communists. I don't like either one of these people. But free child care with vow to fund universal program for New York City for 2-year-olds. That's fucking how this... Okay, listen. If you're going to use socialism as an apparatus, the only way socialism works is if you do it on small scales. If you have communities of small-scaled people, that's why they want 15-minute cities and they want you plugged into everything. Do you understand? And this is how they start socialist programs. They started on a small scale and say, oh, hey, look how well this works, because it works, because the whole citizenry is not sucking off the tit. And then they expanded a little more. Oh, it works, but oh, wait, it's starting to fuck up a bit. And then they expand it more, and then all of a sudden you're in bread lines and you're fucking getting permission to spend your money because everybody's fucking broke because they're stealing everybody else's money. And then you get full-blown communism. And, well, come and get them. That's all I can say. Anna Paula Luna actually refers Tim Walz, Keith Ellison to DOJ for criminal charges. We'll see if anything comes to that, because clearly censoring people for seditious treason is how we fucking deal with seditious treason now. We censor them. It does not a fucking thing whatsoever. That really pissed me the fuck off. So hopefully we see some big arrests coming soon. And holy fuck, we're going to have to do a whole show, and I never thought I'd be doing this, but what the fuck, Dan Bongino, bro? Are you fucking serious? Come on, man. Don't turn me into a fucking conspiracy theorist, because what the fuck? Listen, you're either shitting uphill or you're shitting downhill. And I'll tell you what, I'd rather be fucking shitting downhill. And that's what we're doing right now, okay? Fuck. If Kamala were in office for a fucking year, oh my God, bro, you'd all be speaking Chinese by now. So, I mean, fuck. You take what you can get when you can get it. Nobody is going to fix this country like that, because we have checks and balances and we have a system of courts set up to take a long time. take a long time. Have you looked in a mirror if you think my hat's ugly? Is your thigh bigger than my fucking chest? Then shut the fuck up. Breaking update. Senate advances resolution to limit U.S. military action in Venezuela. Because that's exactly what you want to do. Right when you destabilize a country, you make it to where the president can no longer take any action. Yeah, that's going to end really fucking well for Venezuela. They have no official authority right now, and China and Russia want all their fucking oil. That's gonna work out real good, Democrats. That's not gonna fuck anything up, since Venezuela is one of our fucking neighbors, basically. No, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Let's run that. Fuck. Trump blocks military contractors from issuing dividends and stock buybacks. So no more insider trading for all the people that have all the insider information on that. So I mean, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Sort of get behind that, because you got to make your money. Okay. Renee Nicole Good was an ICE Watch warrior trained by far-left activists to disrupt and resist agents. A what? An ICE Watch warrior. Well, I guess we were called Cop Watch, during the 2000s when all that shit was going on. But, ICE Watch warriors, huh? Ice Watch Warriors. Let's go check some of these videos out. Let's I don't know, man. It's getting to the point to where I almost wanted to come on here tonight and we were just going to watch some Jackie Chan movies all night for a fucking hour that I fucking got a copyright thing on, because the news is just getting fucking dumb, isn't it? It's getting real fucking just... It's not even news anymore. The movie Idiocracy is here. This is it. We're in the movie Idiocracy. Pretty soon they're going to be coming to us asking us how to keep the fucking electricity on, and it just fucking sucks, man. Everybody's analyzing the video now. So let's check out some of these protests.
The size of that crowd.
Look at the size. That's a small. That's
right now for peaceful protest.
Man,
it is one of
go zoom into that. That's one street.
All in
damn
response to a shooting by. I'm going to give you a live look now at what's happening right now in Philadelphia. You can see the size of that crowd. Thousands of people.
Yeah, there's probably
right now for a peaceful protest. It is
8,000 people there. Probably, yeah. Looks like.
To a shooting by an ICE agent.
Think about how many people are in that community all around.
Governor Tim Walz has put the state National Guard on standby out of an abundance of caution.
Well,
in all
that's your opinion, but we're at war. Plain and simple.
Happened.
Just listen.
Now been identified as a
listen. Charlie Kirk was murdered, assassinated. Many other people have been murdered and assassinated, and you people gleefully cheered about it. We're not cheering about it. Just don't care anymore. Don't care. See, the majority of us, like me, a few years ago would have never said, you know what, President Donald J. Trump, fuck it. Let's go be a king for fucking just a little bit, because this shit's fucking crazy. You people are you're retarded. You're functionally retarded. You're functional enough to feed yourselves and get around, but you don't have any logic in your fucking brain. You literally don't think for yourselves. It's like somebody took your skull off and just took a fat shit right inside your fucking head and then put it back on. Because that's how you people think right now. You spew nothing but fucking garbage and bile out of your mouth. There's a video. We're about to watch it and slow it the fuck down. We'll go back and forth like it's a record player. And you will watch the tires pointing this way. The tires fucking spin. If there would have been no ice on the ground, then the ice would have been on the ground. Do you understand? That's logically and functionally how that works. When that officer is standing in front of that vehicle, he cannot see those tires. You know what that officer does? That officer hears, and he draws his firearm. Okay, so when you draw your firearm instinctively from the side he drew from, his left leg would go forward, which is what happened. He's physically sliding backwards. She hit him with the car. Once he pointed the gun, that's when she turns the tires. He opens fire. 100% reasonable self-defense. Does it suck? Yes. Do I think she had the intent to murder him? Probably not. But it's a situation that happened because you fucking people, first of all, she was already going to prison for 20 years. She had 20 years plus worth of federal felonies she was committing. It is a federal felony up to 20 years in prison to impede, stop, hinder, or attack a federal agent. If you lie to an FBI agent when they're questioning you, just the act of lying to a federal agent is a felony. Do you understand? Federal agents are not state police. They do not run under the same laws as your local state police department does. They don't have that. They have something called FISA courts. They can get instant FISA warrants in a matter of fucking minutes. They don't have to go through the same judicial process. They have their own judicial process. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I hope you can understand that, first of all. Second of all, you have ROE, rules of engagement. And then you have LOAE, which is laws of active engagement. Laws of active engagement that they are allowed to transpire in. Okay? You have defense, unreasonable defense, and self-defense. Okay. So the moment that car, which is classified as a deadly weapon in the laws, he's a federal officer. The moment that car went in his direction, that was already assault upon a federal officer. Assault and battery are two completely different things. Assault does not have to have battery attached to it. Battery somebody is not the definition of assault. Okay, that would be assault and battery. Okay, so just that in itself, 20 years in prison. Evading, 15 years in prison. Do you understand the law? You know, you say you want due process, you want the law to work. No, what you want is a communist law to work. That's what you want. You want it to where, well, it doesn't matter what the truth is. It doesn't matter what the facts are. It doesn't matter what anybody says other than the fact that if your mouth is not sewed to everybody else's asshole and you're not all regurgitating the same shit, then the rest of you have to be murdered. Prison's not good enough. You have to be killed. You are our enemy. We will mobilize and go against federal law. We will violate the Constitution as the representatives of these functional retards, okay, that are very close to watering the fields of Brondo. Okay, Brondo, it's what the plants need, is where they're very close to being right now. I would say the average IQ with these people is maybe 47 at this point because they're beyond functional retarded now. So, they're committing high crimes and not being held accountable for it. We're going to censor somebody. We're going to tease these people. We're going to talk some shit on TV. And then, instead of going and getting them, we're going to go to Venezuela, or we're going to go to Russia, or we're going to go to Iran. We're going to go all these places. I'm America first, guys, if you don't know. I love my country. I love all of you. Even if you fucking hate me, I love you. If you hate America, in my humble opinion, I'm just a piece of shit, scumbag, motherfucking nobody. Okay, but in my humble opinion, you should be denaturalized and get the fuck out. If you're not from here and you illegally came in, get the fuck out. If you don't like conquerors and colonialism, get the fuck out. If you want Muslims to take over America, get the fuck out. You don't like bacon? Get the fuck out. You're a vegan? Get the fuck out. I mean, let's just get back to simple things. Let's have a fucking cow hanging in the backyard, slaughtering that motherfucker so we get some good cheap meat that's not made out of cardboard. You know, we're finding out that 789 different companies in America have been feeding us cardboard 3D printed motherfucking meat for years, and we're just now finding out about it? And you're cool with that? Campbell's soup is still on the shelf that says bioengineered meat right on the fucking can now. You motherfuckers are probably still buying that shit. Do you know what artificially made means? That means it has absolutely nothing from nature inside of it. Do you get that? Like, people are like, we gotta do artificial sweeteners. The key word, artificial sweeteners. It's nasty. It's not good for you. Stop eating artificial sugar-free. Your body needs sugar. You got fucking pancreas for that, bro. You're diabetic, work out. Make sure you do a lot of squats and a lot of sit-ups. That'll make your pancreas work fucking harder. I've helped many people get off of fucking insulin by getting them in shape. Keep your heart rate above a certain level. Your muscle content at a certain level, which will make your metabolism work faster, which will make your pancreas work harder, which will make you pump more fucking insulin into your body. A lot of different things you can do. I digress. We're getting back into it. I'm feeling some kind of way tonight. It's been a weird, crazy fucking week, man. This is like, they're getting violent right now. And so what was the point of anything we did for the past year? If we're just going to go right back. Shut up. There you go. If we're just going to go right back to the same shit, we're going to have to get a little more extreme. There's no choice in the matter. People think we've been fucking, you think we're out of control. You think we're fascist. You think we're fascist now. Wait until you see what's coming because how fucking retarded you are. You're in the streets breaking shit right now. You're in the streets fucking stuff up for no reason.
I want to interrupt you. We just got a statement from ICE, and I'm just going to read it to you live. It says, today, ICE
and then you got
in Minneapolis
this guy right here. It's the Baytown High School stabbing suspect.
Babcock Ranch.
That's what it was. Oh, fuck Babcock Ranch. That's right down the road for me. The ultimate 15-minute city right here.
Offering exciting fun for every age. This new home community is also the ultimate playground. With acres of top-tier recreation. Relax on the shores of Luau Beach. Kayak on a lake oasis.
That's your first 15-minute city. That's in my town.
The amenities here at Tucker's Cove were designed to complement the relaxing and outdoor-driven Florida lifestyle. Our massive sports complex caters to every interest, from a whole host of tennis and pickleball courts to the expansive sports field, covered basketball courts, and our state-of-the-art fitness center.
To go on your website, it'll tell you, you never have to go anywhere again. We have all your needs within a 15-minute walk of everywhere. Motherfuckers. I mean, it looks nice, right? I mean, it looks nice. But that's going to be one of them sci-fi situations where walls go up around those motherfuckers and you're stuck inside that son of a bitch. And then all of a sudden, you're all fat living in a pod like the movie fucking WALL-E. And you wake up one day and you're like, what the fuck? You know, and your fucking belly looks like a watermelon. Shit's getting nuts out here. That's crazy that popped up, though. They just finished this place. They've been building this place for, what, 9 years here? This is part of the Chinese and all of them that I was exposing. Blackstone owns part of this. Fucking, they bought thousands of acres out off of 31 going from Port Charlotte to Arcadia from the Werner family. So it stretches from one side of the right side of 41, like halfway down in Arcadia. And they bought just thousands of acres. Some of that land was never supposed to be allowed to be built on, but somehow they figured out a way to fuck up the agriculture, didn't they? Whatever. They're doing a lot of that. That's why I say Bobby Williams for Florida governor, because
a Baytown High School student killed at school as the suspected stabber has now been denied bond. A school police investigator took the stand today, sharing what the suspect did after the alleged murder. KPRC2 News reporter Bryce Newberry is live in the newsroom. with these new developments. Bryce.
Keith, the judge denying bail this morning under voter-approved Prop 3, allowing just that for certain violent crimes after she said this could have been much worse. Tonight we have new information from inside
for a minute there. I was like, what the fuck?
The lead investigator sharing the suspect licked his fingers after this deadly stabbing. Surrounded by a heavy law enforcement presence, 18-year-old murder suspect Andre Matthews returned to court Wednesday, accused of killing his classmate Andrew Meismer with a pair of scissors during a fight over a vape last month.
This was a particularly brutal murder.
District Attorney Sean Tier in the room near Meismer's family as prosecutors argued to have Matthews held without bond.
They got video that they're not releasing right now, obviously. After he stabbed him, he stood up and he licked his fingers clean of the kid's fucking blood, okay? And then was smiling and going, whoa, what the fuck is wrong with this generation? There's been like, everybody's talking about everything else. Nobody's talking about the like 59 churches that have been attacked in the past fucking month. And nobody's talking about all these fucking high schools that are getting shot up by other high school students and motherfucking kids getting stabbed like fucking crazy. This generation is functionally retarded, bro. They're running around stab. Man, we used to beat the fuck out of each other in the hallways. The teachers were never involved. We had our cliques. Everybody lined the fucking hallway. Nobody got in trouble. You know what I mean? This shit's dumb. What the hell happened to just, you know what? Kids aren't allowed to get bullied anymore. Kids aren't allowed to be bullies anymore. They don't have to compete for anything. They have no fucking comprehension of anything. They just did a documentary on Gen Z and special forces in the military and stuff like that. And they said they have no comprehension of anything. They'll dedicate themselves 100%, but they have to grill you. He says they question their commanders all the time. That's why you can't do that. You can't do that. Over dumb shit, they say. Because they just don't comprehend it. So that's a problem. That's a problem. If your first reaction is to either get violent over a fucking vape or the dude that fucking killed the guy over the chicken sandwich last month, come on, bro. It ain't that serious. The fucking $3.99 chicken sandwich from Popeyes, man. It ain't that serious. But the moral of the story is, if that's the morality we have in America now, we're fucked. We're cooked. Because that's the generation that's taken everything over. They can't... The country can't function like this. Do you not understand? It's got nothing to do with, we got to save the economy right now. We got to save everything else right now. No, we got to get these motherfuckers out of our country, bro. A country cannot function like this. Our country is not functioning right now. Period. Regardless of what anybody wants to say, oh, well, you're a traitor. Oh, well, you're this. You're not a Republican. You're not a Democrat. You're right. I'm not. I'm a fucking patriot. I'm a constitutionalist. And I love the United States of America. I'm not a fucking Republican. I'm not a fucking Democrat. I'm an American. That's what the fuck I am. I'm not Israeli. I'm not fucking Ukrainian. I'm not fucking Russian. I'm not fucking Chinese. I'm not fucking Venezuelan. I'm motherfucking American. Fuck everybody else. We need to fucking get this shit dealt with. And we need to get it dealt with now. Something's got to happen. I mean, I hear all the pretty words on TV. I hear it just like you do. I know, oh, but they're saying, yeah, they're right. They've been saying it for a long time, haven't they? They've been saying this shit for a long motherfucking time. You want to come out and say there's not a problem with the Epstein release shit? No, there is. Pam Bondi, you need to be held accountable. I warned you all about that bitch, okay? Dan Bongino coming out and attacking the very base that got you motherfuckers in? No, fuck that, dude. We're all supposed to stand together. We're supposed to be Americans. We're not supposed to be divided and fucking trying to figure out who the fuck we're fighting with. I'm fighting with my country and I'm fighting with my God. That's who the fuck I'm fighting with, okay? I'm not fighting with anybody else. Me and my dog, we're out here and we're fighting as hard as we can right now. This shit's difficult right now. These people have infiltrated the fucking most inner sanctums of our fucking society, and this shit is infuriating. These people are extremely violent. I'm overplaying the word retard. We got to think of a better fucking word. I mean, mentally distraught just doesn't work for it. Retarded is getting so, I mean, the word doesn't make sense anymore. You know, these people they have shit for brains. It's there's no other way to put this. What are we going to do? You know, American citizen against American citizen, federal agents against state National Guards, state cops, federal agents doing their jobs, people trying to run them over. For months now, these officers, they've been getting shot at, attacked, bounties put out on them, faces doxxed, families threatened, families attacked, people attacking the vice president's house, fucking transgender people, by the way, trans people murdering people, killing kids, raping kids, hurting kids, grooming kids, putting pornographic material in our schools, pushing their agenda wherever the fuck they want to, and then all of a sudden turn into a professional victim. When the fuck are people actually going to say enough is enough? Holy fuck, if the forefathers popped into existence right now, the first thing they would do is figure out what the fucking machine gun is. That's the first thing they would do. They'd be like, man, what kind of new guns y'all got? And what's the biggest bombs you got? Because we got to fucking go ham on some shit right now. They would say we need a population decline. Because you know what? I think we've just gotten so far away from God and so focused on being technologically advanced, and we've allowed AI technology to teach us things that we don't fucking understand, and we've tried to progress too far too fast, and it's made people retarded because these kids not only look, we're going to have to make it illegal to use the internet before you're 16. I hate to say that. That's a horrible thing to fucking say. We're going to have to do it because kids are functionally retarded with internet, period. If you can just Google whatever the fuck you want to do and you're not learning from books, you're functionally retarded because you're not learning when you read, you retain knowledge. When you watch something, you have to keep watching it over and over and over again. Okay? You read for 20 minutes a day and you retain that knowledge and it stays in your brain. And then you can understand the concept of things because that knowledge stays wrapped up in those neurons. Because you had to process it with all of your senses. That's fucking why. When you're watching something on a fucking television, your brain tunes the fuck out because it doesn't have to concentrate on it with all of your fucking senses. You people are retarded. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't comprehend things. You don't understand just as simple common sense. Just simple common sense. Oh, why isn't my car running? Did you put fucking gas in it? Oh, one time. Motherfucker. I've come across that. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas. Fucking crazy, man. You're having weird fucking ritual fucking... Have you seen the people worshiping the stone? Have you seen this yet? These people are worshiping stones. No, I'm not taking pills. I'm eating fucking Valentine's candy. I'm addicted to candy. That's my drug of choice. I eat fucking 2-3 bags of candy a day. I got a whole box of Whoppers I'm going to eat in a little bit here. Candy companies, you want me to advertise for you. I do 3 videos a day advertising for all you candy companies. Brock's, I'll advertise for you just for candy, motherfucker. Shit. I'll suck your dick for a fucking Snickers bar. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Little Nick Shirley. Got chased out of the fucking, after the ice shooting. Got chased out violently. You tried to kill him.
With the food being made of brick, so we will be short on supplies. The lounge, though?
Nick Sorter says
Sorter.
First time he's been forced to be evacuated from an American city as tensions escalate quite dramatically over the shooting.
Shout out to Tim Pool. He's still on the air. Brother, I'm not going to dox you out right now, but you're in my state and in my hometown. Let's all do something together down here.
Shooting in Minneapolis. Right now, the partisan lines are being drawn quite distinctly, with liberals doing everything in their power to lie about what happened in Minneapolis. Now, I want to preface this. I know we've talked about it quite a bit on this show and Tim Cast IRL's.
There's a
lead
reason I have.
to George Floyd 2.0. I don't know for sure because it's winter. And I got to be honest, these activists, they don't go outside when
I just told y'all that the other day. Not a lot's going to happen right now because it's fucking cold. People, you got to remember, when you're a professional victim and the dudes need tampons, they don't really come out that much when it's fucking cold outside. They want it to be pristine. They want everything to go the way they want it. And shivering, leather and butt plugs don't go well together in 0 below weather. You know what I mean? You ever got a butt plug frozen up your asshole? Yeah, me neither. It probably fucking sucks. New Minnesota fraud.
Senator Johnny Ernst joins me now. Senator, have you been surprised?
I'll let you watch this one. They talk about the other stuff too.
By Democrats to respond to the shooting. I mean, AOC and others are calling it murder.
Yeah.
Stuart, I would like to say that I am.
They're all calling for the immediate arrest of this officer, by the way, if you don't know. And they're telling citizens to get in the streets. We're going to be going into some of that in a minute here on X.
Surprised, but I am not surprised at all. This is the dangerous rhetoric that has been coming from the left for a very long time. And what they do, whether directly or indirectly, they are inciting further violence.
I agree with that.
These ICE agents were using legal authorities in Minnesota, and yet there were those that came out to impede their operations.
Just let's make this clear. If I had kids that were little kids, I wouldn't be doing this like this. My truck wouldn't look like that. I'll be honest about it. Because they're my priority, not me.
Unfortunately, we had a very tragic incident resulting in the death of a young woman. But again, they are operating under legal authority. The rhetoric has got to stop. There's an ongoing investigation. Let an armchair quarterback this. Let's see what they say.
Got it. I want to talk about fraud in Minnesota. I believe you've uncovered something.
We do need more fertilizer. You're right. That makes great fertilizer. I'm going to show you what makes good fertilizer. Give me a sec.
Yes, absolutely.
While you listen to this.
There is a ton of fraud in Minnesota and many other states. But what I uncovered the other day in one of our spending bills making its way through Congress was a $1 million earmark from Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, which was an earmark that was supposedly going to a substance abuse clinic, which actually happened to be housed in a restaurant and run by 3 individuals that share the same residential address, according to their IRS paperwork. Tons of red flags. So this is what we saw with the fraud involving the daycare centers. Now we see other earmarks coming directly from members of Congress where it seems fraud
it's coming up.
is
Hold on.
being perpetrated as well. So I raised the issue,
Thank you.
And fortunately, the House has now stripped that earmark out of that spending bill. But again, this is how easy
it's a pedophile-sized wood chipper, if you're wondering.
Bad actors in Minnesota.
It's still shocking. One more for you, Senator.
Thank you.
The Pentagon is conducting a review of women's effectiveness in ground combat roles. You're a combat veteran. You served in Iraq. You're a helicopter pilot. What do you think of this review?
Well, I wasn't a helicopter pilot, but I was a logistician, Stuart. So what I will tell you, though, is that we have women that are meeting the same standards as
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Those women are qualified for those positions, and they are meeting the standard.
Dan the man, 78.
To serve in combat. They are just as effective as the men that they serve with. Now, I would say that there's also many men in those combat roles as well that probably are not as strong as some of those women. So are we going to start pulling those men out of those positions?
Talk about delusional fucking bitch right there. Holy shit.
Have XX chromosomes. I'm not sure. But again, we are effective leaders. Leadership is necessary in combat. If women are meeting the same physical and mental standards as men, they should be allowed to compete for those positions.
And we always appreciate you being on our program.
That's
Senator
stupid.
Johnny Ernst, thanks very much for joining us.
Don't meet the physical requirements, though. That's the thing. They do not, by any means, meet the same physical requirements.
have some news out of the Hennepin County DA's office. The office there believes that it does have the jurisdiction to bring charges against the ICE agent, despite the supremacy clause.
They don't.
And
they always believe they have the power to do whatever they want, don't they?
Cooperation with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Joining us now, Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan. So if Hennepin County believes that they do have the jurisdiction to bring charges against the ICE agent, do you believe they should?
Well, I think right now
Good
it's
luck.
pretty clear that there needs to
Come
be
and take them.
a full and fair, transparent investigation that is done. And Renee Good deserves justice, and so do the people of Minnesota. And so I know that our Minnesota Attorney General is taking this incredibly seriously, and the governor again has called for fair and transparent investigation, and that should be the expectation. And I think the FBI has stopped working with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and what are they afraid of, I guess is my question.
If they did want to bring charges and they needed to investigate first, can they still investigate given that the FBI is in control of this?
I mean, I think, we should be.
They've made it very clear.
They've
started their own special task force with the Minneapolis State or Minnesota State Special Operations Unit that they probably literally just made up. So let's get some Doge looking into the Special Operations Unit and how much money gets rammed through all of these investigations that they don't need. What's there to investigate? There's 100% video of the entire situation. What's the investigation? Thank you. What's the investigation for? That's what I want to know. What are they investigating exactly? Are they investigating what loopholes and laws they can break through to violate the United States Constitution? Is that what they're investigating? Because there's not much to investigate.
We also have this from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. He says, ready to go. Minnesota Governor Walz authorized the state's National Guard to stage for support of local law enforcement after an ICE officer fatally shot Renee Nicole Good on Wednesday. Officials say Good attempted.
So let's recap. These terrorists have been attacking the ICE officers and been running and hiding behind the local law enforcement. So what is the National Guard going to be helping the local law enforcement do? Exactly. That's what I want to know, right?
To run over an agent with her vehicle. Now, there is controversy swirling around this investigation into exactly what happened when that ICE officer shot and killed Good yesterday. Leaders at Minnesota.
There's not really any controversy, though. There's one side of the aisle trying to tell you, hey, here's the video of what actually happened. The tires pointing in this direction, spinning, hits the officer. He literally slides backwards because he's on ice. Okay, ice is on ice. If there would have been no ice, tires would not have spun. Centrifugal force would have kicked in a lot quicker and the car would have been moving a lot faster. More than likely would not have run him over, maybe, because the way he braced himself in a lower center of gravity. Might not have died. She might not have been trying to murder him. She was trying to flee the scene where she's already committed multiple federal felonies. Okay? Facts. And then you have the other side of the aisle that just wants to tell you, no, don't believe your lying eyes. That's not what really happened. Don't watch this video. We're going to show you a wide, blown-out fucking angle of it so you can't see what's going on, and it's a little bit fucking foggy. And we're going to tell you what really happened. We're going to tell you what happened. Don't believe what really happened. We're going to tell you what happened. Because you can't think for yourselves. You need us to tell you what's going on. You have that side. So, enemy. I'm done trying to tolerate. I'm done trying to have civil conversation with these people. I'm done. I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. This is war. This is a casualty of war at this point. we by far outnumber you with casualties because we have sat back and tried to be the peaceful party this whole time. Clearly, trying to reason with retarded doesn't work very well, does it? Because how many incidents, I'll tell you what, we'll do an entire live tomorrow just on how many people leftists have murdered since Charlie Kirk was killed. Or do you want to go even farther back? Do you want to go from my birthday of July 13th when you shot President Trump in the fucking ear, tried to blow his head off and assassinate him? If you want to go from there, we'll probably get up into the hundreds. But, I mean, we might get up into the hundreds just from the Charlie Kirk assassination, which, by the way, we miss you, brother. That wasn't even a full 3 months ago at this point. How quickly people forget things in 2026, huh? 2026, guys. Holy shit. We're cooked, aren't we? I'm not saying the end is nigh. I'm saying people need to wake the fuck up and understand we are the power of America and only we can fix our fucking country. And clearly, no matter who wins the midterms, the other side's going to say they won. No matter what happens. The election denial is the new normal. The new normal. Yeah, well, I just literally, remember the other day, I literally cut the full tip of my finger off, and it's already grown back. And so has the whole inside of my hand that I ripped out. And I cut that part of my finger off, a year ago? See that scar right there? It used to wrap all the way around my finger. Now that part of the scar is gone. Weird, huh? There used to be a scar right here on my belly that went all the way across my belly. That scar's gone now. Huh, weird, right? They're pretty fucking detrimental scar. I lost body part. They had to sew my finger back on. That's why there's 2 fucking scars there. That's why my finger's fucking crooked as shit. Look at that. My hand, I have to turn my hand all the way there. Motherfuckers, look, saw my fucking finger back on crooked. You can even see the scar that goes down the middle from the other thing that happened the same day. But, you know, it is what it is. You people, it shows that you've never scraped your knee. You've never been hurt. You've been coddled your entire life. You've never been through anything in reality. You don't know the reality of things. You can't comprehend things. You don't know how miraculous the human body is because you've never used your human body. You're probably sitting in your mom's basement right now, waiting for your Hot Pocky and your fucking pizza pockets to get ready with your VR machine on your fucking head, jacking off this fucking anime while you're talking shit on my comments from a computer screen. You know, probably what's going on.
Bureau of Criminal Apprehension say that the FBI has cut them out of the investigation. We have Fox 9's Corin Hoggard, who is alive at the BCA headquarters there in Minneapolis. So is this unusual, and does it change anything going forward in the investigation?
Yes, Shauna, well, the FBI investigated.
No, the woman was a criminal. She committed a criminal action, and there were repercussions to that action. Was it a good thing that it happened? No, it wasn't a good thing that it happened. Was it an unfortunate accident? Absolutely. He thought he was going to be murdered by a vehicle. A vehicle is a deadly weapon classified by law. You drive your car at a federal agent, they can legally pull their firearm and shoot you. What do you think? Where do you think you live? Marshmallow Land? That's why federal agents and cops carry guns, because they have the rules of engagement. They're allowed to shoot you if they think, not if their life is in danger, if they perceive that their life is in danger. They're allowed to shoot. Federal agents, if they perceive their life is in danger, they're allowed to kill you. That's the law. You don't like it, get the fuck out of America. Oh, but that's right. Any other country you go to, they can just kill you for any reason. Everybody. Oh, I forgot about that. Here, you're trying to run people over. You're a part of a... By the way, this organization is also attached to Antifa that is called what? A foreign terrorist organization. You're the enemy. You're the enemy. We told you. Everything changes once you start getting classified foreign terrorists. You're no longer under that same umbrella that you were before. The laws don't apply the same to you. This isn't that situation. But those of you that are out here in the streets with your little faggot Antifa flags, 57 of you have been arrested. Because that is a foreign terrorist organization that you are flying a flag of. You people don't comprehend. Like I said, you don't comprehend that that's automatic 8 years in prison for you now. Get that, right? They're not arresting you as law enforcement. They're arresting you as federal agents, taking you to a federal facility. They're not taking you to a state court. You understand that, right? That's how the law works. Federal crimes don't get tried. It's not the same process. You got to understand that. Federal prison is a completely different prison than state prison. Federal prison is actually a lot more cushy. You get an Xbox, you get your own private room if you got money, all kinds of stuff. But federal inmates are also a whole different class of inmate. Because most federal prisoners are there for a reason. They did big boy crimes. And a lot did white collar crimes. But they don't like people like you in federal prisons. So understand that. They don't like people like you in state prisons. They like to rape people like you in state prisons and stab you while they're doing it. So just calm down. Calm down. This can all stop right now. This can all stop right now. You're the ones in the streets right now destroying shit, not us. Not us. If you just want to fight the government and leave everybody else out of it, we can do that. That's cool. Do it. Go do your fucking thing. Go fight the government, though. Don't go burn fucking citizen shit down. Don't go attack citizens. If you want to fight the man, go fight the man. Don't fucking fight us. We didn't shoot that lady. You're blaming a lot of us for it. You're blaming Trump for it is the weird part. You're blaming the president. It's probably the furthest removed from this. So, an aide probably told him what was going on about this. And then he watched a social media post probably. You know, you'll seem to think that Trump's sitting there with a button going, control this, control that, control that. No. That's why we have an apparatus of a government that does different stuff. That's why he appoints different things to different people. Do you think those people come and tell him every time they do something? No. He sits in the Oval Office and he signs orders. He reads laws and bills and he signs orders. The president doesn't go out here and enact any of this stuff. The people he appointed did. So it is what it is. Guess what? He tried to put the National Guard in your states to keep these wackos out of the streets to stop something like this from happening. But you didn't want that to happen, did you? You wanted this to happen. You instigated this. You followed these officers all day and you staged an incident. You didn't necessarily want this lady to get shot, but that was an added perk for you Democrats, obviously. Clearly, that was an added perk. So, okay, we're going to do it. Let's go to the X-Sphere. I don't know how much of these people I can handle tonight, but on a plane? Wait. Is something still your email address? Yes, that's correct. That's weird. Justice for Renee Cole Good. Oh, great. It's already turned into another 2.0. Like, justice for the terrorist that was committing multiple federal felonies. Is it horrible that a human being lost life? Yes. Is it horrible that the situation happened? Absolutely. But if you think we're going to feel bad for a bunch of terrorists that are trying to subvert the rule of law for foreign invader criminals to our country, no. You're a terrorist. Name one thing what? Oh, I see. Look, I'm showing them this stuff verbatim, and they still say it's a lie. They still say the Very Fine People hoax is a thing. These people are functionally retarded. Don't argue with them. What the hell? Where's my volume?
One count of theft by unauthorized taking of a firearm. Now, Lewiston City Mayor
Carl Shaleen did call on Osman to step down and not take this. But you're talking about Iman Osman. He's the Lewiston City Councilor elect. He's being charged with 1 count of receiving stolen property and 1 count of theft by.
So he's in an active court case. These are your awesome blue cities right here. He's in an active court case and running for office at the same time.
Unauthorized taking of a firearm. Now, Lewiston City Mayor Carl Shaleen did call on Osman to step down and not take this position, but his attorneys tell us that Osman still plans to serve on the city council. The council will go into executive session to consider the request
good for
by
him.
the previous council.
Good for him. He found a loophole. You know what he can now do? He can now get full access to all of his court filings. And he can help himself get off of all of that shit. Good for him. He found a fucking loophole in a corrupt system. So don't think I'm some fucking bootlicker, bro. I don't like cops at all. These cops need to be dealt with that are in Minneapolis here that are not doing their jobs. If you are a oath breaker, you need to be dealt with the legal apparatus, allegedly. That was a good place to stop, wasn't it? I didn't even notice that was on there until now. Yes, we need a lot of that. Per Fox, leading report. Not much on the inner spheres at all. Okay, we'll go through this. Inbreeding data. Yes, the metric is counting first and second incest, aka cousins. This is insane. Somalia incest rate, 88%. Holy fuck. I thought it was 67%. 88% of Somalia is so generationally inbred that their fucking IQ is 10 to 15 points lower than functionally retarded. And they're still in your money, Tim Waltz. What the fuck does that say about you people in fucking Minnesota? Holy fuck. Pakistan, 62% inbred. So Somalia, 88.3%. Pakistan, 61.2%. Kuwait, 54.3% inbred. Qatar, 54% inbred. United Arab Emirates, 50.5% inbred. Sudan, 50% inbred. South Sudan, 50% inbred. Afghanistan, 49% inbred. Excuse me. Mauritania, 47%. Iraq, 46%. Yemen, 44%. What I mean to say is these people are all functionally retarded and they fuck their cousins, in case you didn't comprehend that, left. Thank you. Billy French, too. Love you, brother, sister. Whatever you are, but there's only two that you can be, a man or a woman, or you could be that small percentage is a hermaphrodite, but you still only have one functional appendage. That'd be too convenient that both of them worked and they're right beside each other. You'd never leave your fucking house. Holy shit. I'm not fucking ashamed, I'm gonna lie. Thank God I'm not a dog. I'd never fucking go outside except to shit and piss. Oh, so what? They misrepresented her address. So many other things we can get these people on. That's the best artist rendering I've seen in a long time, bro. Fuck, we're gonna make that a shirt. Who did this? Adam Luz. Hey, bro, get a hold of me on here. You'll get the first one I make next week for free. How about that? When one door closes, another one opens. Some shit happened today, and some better shit happened after it. So, see? I'm not the only one. Not the only one that feels this way. And that's all you need to know about Tim Waltz is he changed their flag to look like the Somali flag. And I played the videos for you yesterday of the representative Ilhan Omar. Suck your brother's dick. But, man, I keep coughing. Fuck. Got a piece of that candy stuck in my throat. You brush dick. But he flat out said, we love Somalia. We are Somalia, Minneapolis. While they had the Somalian president on American soil saying they were supporting Somalia and that this was now Somalia. What the fuck? What a fucking just straight disappointment in the way things are going right now. And I'm going to say one more time, damn Bongino, man. Look, let's go over to Rumble. What the fuck is going on, bro? I am just like, what the fuck has happened here? Check out Salty Cracker if you get a chance. You got a good channel going. Has had for a while. Did they pull it? Or did he pull it, I should say? Huh. I don't know. Let's get back to more Somali fraud. And by the way, 88% or 86% of Somalians in Minnesota are on some type of welfare
Senator
program.
Johnny Ernst joins me now. Senator, have you been surprised by the inflammatory language?
And out of all of the Somalis that have been here for 10 years or more, less than half of them can speak English. That's pretty insane.
We have some news out of the Hennepin County DA's office. They are unhappy about the FBI rescinding cooperation with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Joining us now, Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy.
So this
Flanagan.
is everything, by the way, on every station right now, everywhere. This is what they're talking about.
Bring charges against the ICE agent. Do you believe they should?
Well, I think right now it's pretty clear that there needs to be a full.
Let's go listen to AOC's fucking speech. That's even crazier. And Ilhan Omar just did a new one. Come on, X. Was this the one that... Why does she look so much like E.T. right there? Anybody else notice that? You take that thing off and you get the Golem look. They didn't pull that one, did they? Why you ever been pulling shit down? I highly doubt that Elon Musk
we are seeing is that ICE is not just becoming an anti-immigrant force in this country, it is becoming an anti-civilian paramilitary organization. People are getting taken off of the streets for exercising their free speech rights. The president himself has asserted that, in fact, one of the reasons that, I think...
let's make this really clear. You don't have the First Amendment right to block the street. You have the First Amendment right to stand on a public easement, a public right-of-way, or a public sidewalk and protest with signs, or in front of any public building, federal building, law enforcement building, Capitol building, or city building. You don't have legal right to protest in a residential neighborhood. Matter of fact, there's laws against that. They've passed them in many, many, many different places. So you don't have a right to get violent. You don't have a right to impede law enforcement. That's not protesting. That's called civil unrest. It's domestic terrorism. It's illegal federally. So
what we have now seen and what we are seeing is that ICE is not just becoming an anti-immigrant force in this country, it is becoming an anti-civilian.
An anti-civilian force. From a sitting representative of the United States of America, it is not only an anti-immigrant force, you mean anti-criminal, alien, invader, terrorist, piece of shit, scumbag, foreigner? Yeah. And that's what they're standing up for, which would be the definition of treason. A sitting representative of this country helping a foreign invader come into this country that's an enemy of our country. This is civil unrest. And these are the people that are causing this violence. And you're going after Donald Trump. These are the people stating that federal agents legally doing their jobs are terrorists and anti-civilian paramilitary organization.
Paramilitary organization. People are getting taken off of the streets for exercising their free speech rights. The president himself has asserted that, in fact, one of the reasons that this murder may have been quote-unquote justified is on free speech grounds. So this is now turned into what our greatest fear is and has been for a long time around ICE, that this will be used as an anti-civilian force, that it has no accountability. At the end of the day, what we saw today is a murder. You know, I think what we have now seen and what we are seeing is that ICE is not just becoming an anti-immigrant force in this country, it is becoming an anti-civilian paramilitary organization. People are getting taken off of the streets for exercising their free speech rights. The president himself.
In case you're in that generation, that spells Whoppers. It's candy. So you can comprehend that. And that says Jet Puff Marshmallows. Shove a Whopper inside of a marshmallow and melt it a little bit. Holy fuck, dude. Ground up some graham crackers and roll that shit in it. Holy fuck. Put it in the fridge for a few minutes. And you have a ball of what the fuck that tastes like some awesome ass shit. Just so you know. Officially classified as a recipe. Okay, let's go through some more of this. Having a good time tonight, guys. It's a long day. We're tired. Okay, we're going to go through this now. Are they going to show it from the beginning? Yes. They're going to show it from the beginning. We're going to go through this one more time. And yes, I know. We've literally looked at this 39 times since it happened, but a lot of people haven't seen it. And we're just going to give you the actual facts right now. We're going to show you. I'm going to move you in. We're going to get all close. We might even whisper a little bit. For those of you who need ASMR or whatever the fuck that is out there. Okay, look. Here we go. We're going to get into it. I'm going to get you over here. You see this car? See this? We're going to put you right here. Put you up in here. Because now you can get a good angle of that. Okay? That's the car. Get out of the fucking car. is the part that you didn't hear before. You can't hear that from the angled view. Get out of the fucking car. Hold on. We'll do this one more time. Watch from the beginning. Keep in mind, these people had been following these federal agents all day long. All day, everywhere they went. This is numerous times they have blocked them in like this. There is another vehicle on the other side, also a part of this, I think, blocking people in. One officer has already driven past and gone that way. That's the context of what's happening right now in this situation. So we're going to start it back from right there.
No! Shame! Shame!
You couldn't even see that cop in the front. See? This officer goes by. This officer goes by right now. The incident hasn't started yet. It's what's starting right now because he has to zip around because they've been blocking both sides of the road. You've also got agitators in the middle of the road over here, as you can see right here. You've also got people throwing stuff in the back that you can't see over here, that you can see from the aerial view. There's this officers. Get the fuck out of the car. There's this officer. Wait a minute. There's an officer in this car right here that none of you can see right now. There's an officer coming around this side of this car right now that this person, you can see by their head view, while this officer's talking, looks at this fucking officer.
No!
Okay, now the officer is right here. The tires are pointed in this direction. The car is here. This officer is directly on the other side of this guy's head right now.
No!
The tires are spinning, and the wheel is pointed directly at the officer. He hears the tires spin. He immediately draws. As soon as he points the gun, the tires are already spinning, and they're already in a forward momentum going at the cop. This is where he drew his firearm. This is the second he drew his firearm. Now she turns the tires. She just hit him and pushed him backwards. Plain and simple. Clean shot. This guy did not shoot. He does not have a gun in his hand. All 3 shots came from the officer in question.
Shame! Oh my fucking God!
1, 2, 3 shots.
What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
You really don't seem that upset.
You are fucking criminals!
You don't seem that upset.
You're fucking criminals!
Listen to her voice. It almost seems like you knew that was going to happen. It almost sounds like you knew that was going to happen.
What the fuck?
You're not crying.
What the fuck?
Your voice is not shaky.
What the actual fuck? You are fucking insane! What did you do? You! Shame! 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 Shame!
Okay, keep in mind, that's supposedly the woman's wife right there. Supposedly the woman's wife that she just physically saw get shot at point blank range 3 times. And this is how she's acting. Not running directly to the car where her supposable wife is, that they have kids together with. Which, by the way, why the fuck are you even there if you have children doing something like this? You're terrorist. That's why. You raise your kids to do stuff like this too.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
And they've doxed this officer's information and picture fucking everywhere. So I pray for his safety, and brother, carry an AR-15 with 12 mags on you at all times and dump that shit if these people come after you.
Shame! What's happening to her? What happened?
See, the funny part is they think that they cover their faces because of these fucking cowards and these pussies, and not because they go after the most dangerous cartel members and drug lords in the fucking world for a living when they're not doing this. That want their faces so they can murder their families and everybody they've ever cared about in front of them while they're torturing them.
Dude.
So
Don't let the murderer leave!
I've got myself a quest now. We just saw that lady's face. I'm going to pull up every one of your social media posts that you've ever posted. And I'll find them, even if you delete them. And we're going to see if you celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. We're going to see if you celebrated somebody literally getting physically murdered that had a family and a movement larger than anything you could ever imagine in your lifetime. Go find out. Because, yeah, you're right. We don't really have any remorse for you people anymore. We did. Man, we would have been up in arms with you about this 5 years ago. We'd have been up in arms with you. But you're standing up for foreign criminal invaders and impeding and trying to kill and dox and get the people doing the jobs that we voted for murdered. No, we don't have any remorse for that. You're following these people hoping something like this happens. And it did. And it's going to get worse, and it's going to continue to happen. And they have been given authorization to use full lethal force to defend themselves. And that's what we voted for. As a matter of fact, as far as we, the people, are concerned, the majority of the country that voted for this, by the way, this isn't extreme enough. Every one of you, and now you are, 57 of you in front of the ICE facility got arrested today. You throw something, from now on, you come near a federal agent, you're going to prison. And if you don't know about the law that Trump signed in the office last week, it's a minimum mandatory for you asshole domestic terrorists. Minimum mandatory, 8 years. You're not getting a program. You're not pass and go. You're not getting probation. Minimum mandatory of 8 years for attacking or fucking impeding a federal officer. So you're going to prison when they arrest you. You need to understand that. You're not going to a liberal DA. You're not going to a state court. You're going to a federal court that we control, and you're going to prison for violating federal law. That's just how it is. The law is going to be enforced against you too. Against you too. Not just against us. And the funny thing is, we didn't even break the law. I went to school board meetings to stop you people from cutting the dicks off of fucking little boys and fucking scooping little girls' vaginas out and sewing a dick to it and taking pornographic books out of the school, and you sent the FBI after me for trying to protect little kids. No, I don't have remorse for you. You shot me 3 times for standing up against Muslims. No, I don't have any remorse for you. You burnt my RV down with me and my dog inside it. No, I don't have any remorse for you. You burnt my Trump store up. You burnt my fucking house up. No, you smashed my truck up. No, I don't have any remorse for you. Listen, guys, we're an hour 18 in. I love you guys. Even if you hate me, I love you as a human being, and I pray to Jesus Christ, who is the King of Kings, to give me strength to fight demons and to bless anyone that has to come across this broadcast, including the ones that hate me. We love you, Jesus. Amen. And to the ones that hate me, I don't hate you as a human being. I love you as a fellow human being. I would love to take you right here under my wing and maybe give you a few noogies and maybe torture you a little bit. But then I'd like to teach you how to be a grown-up and not be functionally retarded. I don't want to murder you. I might want to put you in a fucking stockade for a few hours and let everybody in the city pie you in the face so you know about the humiliation. That's what you kids are lacking. Parents putting a rod to that ass when you were a little kid and having any competition. So that's what needs to be done with every single one of this generation. They need to be sent through a boot camp. They need to be taught how to grow. They need to be sent in the middle of fucking nowhere and be taught how to be fucking adults. Period. That's all we can do. That's what has to happen. Period. It's not re-education. It's helping you grow as a human being. Think about it like that. It's helping you become successful and not miserable in your own skin. It's going to help you be happy. Think about it like that. And the difference is, because I already know some of you trolls are going to ask, the difference is we can enforce it and you can't. That's what it boils down to in history. Who has the strength to enforce what they want done? Because the weak die off and the strong survive. That's just fact of life. That's nature. You like to talk about it's just nature. Well, it's just nature that the strong survive and the weak die. So let's get some testosterone in those nuts, guys. So you can, anyone that starts to work out that's like you turns Republican. Read about the world wars a little bit and do some working out, some squats, get some testosterone going, and you'll instantly start turning into a Republican. Go shoot some guns, fucking slaughter some animals, You will instantly grow up. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Let's invest in trade schools and get rid of the education system. Let's make abortion illegal and save the babies. Let's stop grown adults from putting chemicals in the babies and cutting their body parts off. Let's arrest and fertilize the world with every pedophile on the planet. Man, can you imagine how much just right now you could arrest a specific set of politicians and people in this country right now and fix 82% of the country's problems? You can do that probably in most countries. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking insane? You could literally fix a country in most cases if just like 3% of the population that's the problem was no longer part of that population. I know that sounds fucking horrible, but unfortunately it's a fact of the matter. You know what I mean? Clearly, if all you want to do is stuff like this and all you want to do is cause problems and you don't want to live in reality and grow the fuck up, there's not really any place for you in civilized society. Because if you think civilization and protesting in a civilized country is going around and trying to murder people and dox people and fucking your version of protesting isn't just having your voice heard, you're not a protester, you're a terrorist. There's a difference. I'm a protester. When I go out for 4 or 5 hours and I stand in front of fucking city buildings and I go speak at county meetings and I go speak at fucking school board meetings and I stand on the side of the road with signs for hours until people stop and say, hey, what's going on? And then we try to make a difference by informing everybody. All you're doing is turning the majority. Think there's 8,000 people in the streets, a few million people in your city. So that means a few million people are against you, 8,000 people more than likely. Think about it like that. You're that small of the minority of even that community that you're the only ones that give a fuck about this and are out here trying to hurt people because this happened. Now, should you be out here, if this is your community, having a vigil for this person and celebrating the life of a person that you claim to be such a great person, when none of you sound like you're freaking out? None of you even sound like you give a fuck about this human being that just died, by the way. By the way, none of your voices are cracking. It doesn't even sound like your heart rate goes. Do y'all notice that? All of those people that are screaming and talking, they don't freak out. They don't run. They know exactly what the fuck is happening, and they don't even care. That's the type of civilization you're a part of. You know what I would have done immediately? It wouldn't have been have my fucking cell phone out. It would have been trying to run and give aid to the person that just got shot in the face, because maybe we could save a human life, and then they can go to prison for the crimes they committed. You know? That's what a functioning adult would have done. They wouldn't have thought, we got to record this whole situation, even though we can see what's happening with our own eyes. You know what I mean? But you're the instigators. That's why it's recorded like this. But you're dumb enough to record it to where we can see the actual evidence and facts. So either your videography needs to get better, or you need to read a book. So I love you guys. Have a blessed night and be safe out here.